Hello, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully very well. I'm just going to turn the noise gate down on my microphone a bit because I noticed last time it was cutting out all the time. I think that's how it works. All right, hopefully that works. Let me know if you can't hear me or if my words cut out. Welcome. Here we are in Automatic 1111. We're going to today go over ControlNet, QR Code ControlNet, and I think I got two microphones here. Hello? Yeah, okay, there we go. Let me know if that's still working. Hopefully it is. Okay. So, what's a cool way to describe what we're doing here? Let me load up the video, and then you can just see what I'm talking about. Video. All right, so if some of you have probably already seen the tweet and all the stuff that's been going on lately with this stuff, but I'll just do a quick. There it is. Okay, so this is the image that I made, or this is a video that I made yesterday. Turned off the wrong mic. Okay, hello, check one. Hopefully that's better. Let me know if it's awful. I see why. There we go. And then we turn the upward compressor on. All right, there we go. How's that? Is that better? All right, so hopefully some of you have seen the tweet or seen what we've been talking about lately with control code or ControlNet, QR code ControlNet. But basically, to make this, all I did was make a mask of the word piece, which is literally, I'll just pull it up. It is a image, just a black and white image with the words. So like you can make that in Photoshop, whatever you use. Let me pull it up here, piece. So yeah, basically we took the word piece and we dreamed using the black stuff and the white stuff as two separate things. So you notice it like drew the word piece. It's actually hard to tell unless you really back off of your computer or like look at it on your phone. But basically, like, yeah, the word piece is literally like in the space between the soldiers. And then we use Pika Labs, which is a free online, I don't know what to call it, like a video AI system for doing image or text to video and image to video. I'll show you how it works. It's really cool. You can sign up to the Discord. The links for all this stuff's in the description. If you want to install it and play with it at home, you just use Automatic 1111 ControlNet and the QR Code Monster ControlNet, and then we use Pika Labs to animate the final image. So it's a pretty quick workflow. We'll just go through it real fast, basically. So yeah, let's kill all this stuff. Yep, and I'll pull us back into Automatic 1111. All right, here we are. So this is just typical Automatic 1111. Everything's set up. I've already set up my ControlNet. If you don't know how to install ControlNet, it's in Extensions under Available. You hit Load From, type ControlNet, and it'll show up in this list down here. And then you just click Install beside it, and then wait. And go back to your Installed tab, and then hit Apply and Restart UI after it's installed. Make sure you wait till it's finished, because if you do it too early, it can break your whole setup and you have to start over again. It's really fun. All right. Once ControlNet's installed, restart your UI and you'll be back to this screen. And then you'll see in a lot of the windows, you'll have this new ControlNet dropdown. So let's pull up a mask I already made. Let's do... Let's do love. Isn't that nice? So enable ControlNet, enable pixel perfect mode. Because this is black text on a white background, you want to use the invert preprocessor, which is the first preprocessor in ControlNet. And the ControlNet we want to use is the QR Code Monster. Now that's the one that's in the link to my description. If you don't know how to install it, you just go to the here, I'll just pull up the website real quick. ControlNet QR Code Monster. There we are. So this is the link from the description. You go to Files and Versions, and you want to download this file here, Control V1P SD15 QR Code Monster.save tensors. And that goes into your Stable Diffusion directory under Extensions, and then ControlNet, and then Models. So it goes SD Extensions. I think it's Stable Diffusion or SD Web UI ControlNet, something like that. Extensions, Models, and the file goes in there. I just dropped it in the chat. So once you've got that file in place, you go back into your Stable Diffusion and you hit this little refresh button, and then this QR Code Monster will show up in the list of models that you can use. So do that, get that set up, get it all going, and you're good to go. We want to set it to a weight of 0.8 to start. That's 80% ControlNet. What ControlNet does is it takes an image and uses it as guidance to push the diffusion into a new place. So in this case, we're trying to make the word love out of other stuff. So let's go origami, folded paper, and hearts. Let's try that with the word love. I'm going to change this to 1280 by 760 because I want a big... I want it to match the resolution of the input image. So basically, if you want a 16 by 9 image, make a 16 by 9 input image. If you want a square, you make it 1 by 1, etc., etc. So for this, we're going to go with, I don't think 1280 by 760 is 720? 720. I don't know if that's 16 by 9 or if it's just widescreen, but it doesn't really matter. All right, so love. We got origami, folded paper, and hearts for our text prompt. A word love in our ControlNet, and let's see what this makes. Yep, you can already see it. Hard to tell up close, but if you look at it small, the LOVE is there. So let's do a batch size of 4 so we get a bunch of different variations. And you basically do this type of this is the whole workflow until you find the exact sort of image you want. Play with different fonts, play with different words, play with anything you want to play with. You can also use images, shapes, things like that. Now these are a lot more prominent, especially this one here. But as you can tell, this is incredibly powerful, from the get-go. So let's try another word with thicker letters, like happy. And we'll try the same prompt. I'm basically looking for something very noticeable before I drag it over to Pika. So there's a few ways, like as you can see, these are okay, but they're not great. I'm not really getting the outlines of the words. I'm getting the insides, which is good, but it's not giving me enough definition on the outside of the words. So one of the cool things about ControlNet is you can stack them. I believe ControlNet comes with just one unit enabled by default. So what you want to do is go to Settings, ControlNet, and then I believe there's something here for multiple ControlNets. Yeah, multi-control net. I have 3. You can put as many as you want. You'll run out of VRAM if you have too many. But basically, it lets you stack control nets on top of each other, and I'll show you what I mean once we do that. So I'm going to set it to 3, restart it, and when it says requires restart, it means you got to actually like restart the whole automatic 1111 thing. So just do that, and then it'll come back. And then you'll have multiple control net units in your control net system, so you can start stacking them on top of each other. So right now we're using the QR code one, but I want to get the outlines of the letters in there as well. So I'm going to add another control net. I'm going to drag that same image in. And for this one, let's try soft edge. If you want to see what a control net does, you hit this little explosion, the bang button here, and it shows you how it's going to use its method here to drive diffusion. So as you can see with soft edge, it gives me the soft edges around the text. Whereas with this one, I don't know if the bang works with this. Yeah, it does. So with this one, I'm just getting the actual words. So we got the insides, and now we've got the edges as well. So hopefully this will draw stuff in the middle and then give us some outlines around them. Who knows? All this stuff is just dependent on whether it works or not. So let's try that. And I think my weight is too high. The weight is 1 by default. With this stuff, you kind of want to start around 80%, 70%, 0.8, 0.7. But let's see what 1 does. Maybe it'll work. Looks like we got too much control on the control net, but it's definitely given us the word, and it's definitely given us the folded paper, which is cool. So I think if we just back off the soft edge control net, the weight of it a bit, we should find a happy medium where it's getting the outlines, but still, you know, drawing stuff. Like these are cool, but they kind of look like wrapped presents or individual pieces of origami. Pardon me. I don't know why I'm yawning. All right, so soft edge. Let's bring I already brought it down to 80%, so let's try that. 80 and 80. So I think we're getting too much control net. Hey, Matisse, what's up, buddy? We're just making stuff. Yeah. All right, let's go with like 50%. It's not diffusing as correctly as I would like it to, actually, if you must know. As always, I blame user error. Probably don't have to do 4 of these at a time, but it's kind of good to just know exactly what it's up to. It's hard to tell from just one image if your settings are right. Well, these are cool, but let's go back to the actual word. Maybe we'll go field of flowers. Actually, good one for Pika is like jungle. Trees, rainforest. Pika's really good at animating people. It's really good at animating like stuff blowing in the wind. It's really good at like animating stuff that has natural motion. So you can keep that in mind when you're doing your prompts, because if you have a lot of stuff that normally stays static, like I was doing work with like glaciers and stuff like that, and that stuff doesn't move. So then when you go to animate it, it's not moving around because it doesn't know how to animate it. but like people and plants and things like that, and it knows how to animate. So that stuff really, really works. Okay, we're getting way too much control on the ControlNet here. I'm going to turn the first one on. I'm going to turn soft edge off. And we're going to go right back to just regular QR code ControlNet and see where we get. This one should be more like the trees are just growing around the word happy. There we go. So forget soft edge, or just use it at like 10% to get the edges. Seems like it was taking over the entire stack for some reason. Those are hard to read. Definitely a tweak until you get it right type situation. Let's try 15%. Just to get the edges. I think that bottom left one is our candidate. We'll see when it comes in. Yep. Let's try that one. So we want the third one. We want this one. Which is cool because up close you can't really tell. It says happy. But as it gets smaller, it starts to come through. Can't really make out the Y, though. Oh, let's try just a little bit more on here. 25%. Just going to do one real quick. Might be better with line art. There's a bunch of different ControlNets. Oh, I can't stop yawning. I don't know what's wrong with me. Happy. All right. Let's try this one. So you just grab that image, save it somewhere. You slide over to Discord. All right. And here we are. Oops. Here we are in Discord. All right. So here I am on the Pika Discord. The link to the sign up is in the description. So if you want to sign up and you can play with this for free, it's all good. We type slash, for the first word, just do animate. So let's do slash animate. And then you just drag the image into the little box. And you hit go. And it's going to generate a prompt. If there's room for a thread or they'll let you make one, I don't know if I can create a thread with this or not. No. You just have to wait for it. They'll ping you when the stuff is done so you can get right back to it. So if you miss it in the big pile of stuff that's going on, don't sweat it. You'll get a ping and you can check it in your little inbox in the top right there. As you can tell, it's pretty busy these days. They got a bunch of generation channels and yeah, just find one that's not super active and yeah, start playing this. So you could do text to video here as well. I've had a lot of fun. Excuse me. I've had a lot of fun just typing in fun stuff and seeing what it does. It's really good at doing animals and stuff in nature. Oh, okay, here we go. So there we go. That's the video. It's working. You can see all the stuff is moving. It's freaking cool. All the stuff swaying in the wind. It's all acting like actual trees. Very cool. But one of the best parts about Pika is they have camera controls. So instead of /animate, if I do /create, in my prompt, I can say -camera, rotate counterclockwise, CCW. And then we'll add image, and we'll drop that same image in. And hopefully, when this makes, the camera should be rotating counterclockwise. I had to think about that for a second, which way do clocks go. As you can see, it's really fast. I don't think that took even 30 seconds. You can see some of the other stuff people have been making. If it says one attachment, it means that they've animated an image that already existed. And if it says no attachment, then it's just this text prompt that generated the video. Like this one looks like it. Well, that's cool. Subtle idle body movement, slowly looking towards the camera. Camera pan right. Bunch of negative stuff. And attachments. They must have attached a photo of Henry Cavill. There we go. That's cool. I think we're losing the word happy, though, when it moves. But look at that. You get actual depth. There's some 3D stuff going on. Parallax. There's definitely trees in front of other trees. Very, very, very cool. Losing the word happy, but, I mean, so cool. All right, let's go back to stable diffusion. Yeah. And okay, so here's another cool thing you can do. It doesn't have to be text. If you want to just make cool textures, you can do that too. There we go. So let's try this jungle trees rainforest, but with this as our input image. This is just something I made in Blender. Oh, gotta drag that back in. There we go. Okay. Whoops. What did I click? What have I done? All right, here we go. You're good. You're good. All right. Let's see what this generates. So this should generate something that's diffusing around this pattern. Should be a bunch of vines or trees wrapped around each other. Yeah. You can see why the spiral stuff is super duper popular right now, because it's incredibly fun. So, oh wow, I have my ControlNet at 0.5 for this? Interesting. Let's try 0.8 for this one. 0.25 for this one. So that time it really stuck to the ControlNet mask. Cotton candy. All right. Did you ever want a rounded rectangle spiral of cotton candy? Because if you did, this is the way to do it. Let's turn off the soft edge one for now and just go straight ControlNet or QR Code ControlNet. That's cool. It's a lot more organic like this. Storm clouds. If you see a cloud like that coming, just run. That's terribly unnatural. And I'm dying to know what it looks like animated. So let's go over to Pika. And we'll try and animate first. And then we'll try a create with camera, zoom out. You can also augment the prompt with words too, so you can, you know, change things. And if there's a cloud like that over your house, you should run. Feel free to put on your own music. I don't play music on my stream so that you can put on your own stuff at your own volume, and you don't have to listen to whatever royalty-free crap I've picked. I'm listening to 80s music because I'm old. There's the zoom out. Look at the in-painting. What a fantastic job it does of the edges. And this is just straight animate. Now, sometimes if it doesn't know what the hell it's looking at, it's not going to animate very well. Like in this one, you're getting a little bit of the clouds are moving a little bit and things are happening, but it doesn't really understand the shape, so it's just kind of animating the clouds that it sees. But if you use camera movements, you get a lot more dramatic animation stuff because the whole thing is changing. All right, let's go back over to automatic. All right. I think I have some more masks here. Let's try storm clouds with this. Oh, if you want to get your videos back from Pika, you just download them. Well, that's crazy. Of course, I want to see what that looks like, too. I should clean my desktop. It is an absolute travesty. All right. There's so much stuff on it, I don't know where it goes when I put it. What you say? Create camera, pan right up. All right. Image. If you so like anything you have, you can threshold. If you like, you can take any image that you've made, any image you've taken. If you take it into Photoshop or something and you use the threshold command and bring it down to just black and white, you can use it as a ControlNet mask. Works great for logos. It works great for text. It works great for silhouettes, shapes. I have another video where I go over how to use this with Deforum for doing animations. That is super crazy and super powerful. Still figuring out all kinds of fun stuff you can do with that. I'll show some examples of that after, but today I just wanted to stick with the simple creating an image and then dropping it in Pika to do the animation because, you know, you can make these images with... oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can start a DM with the Pika bot. Or you can click in the top right search bar, choose mentions, and put in your name. Yeah, that's how I was downloading my stuff before. Yeah, you could. There's a download button beside every generation you make up in the corner. So you can go in and download your generations when they're done. So this one didn't react at all to the camera pan controls. I don't know why. That's strange. And let's see what the Animate one did. The Animate one kind of made them jiggle around a bit like clouds. It's the thing with these unnatural images. It might not understand what it's looking at. So, you know, your mileage may vary. It's all good. Let's try 1970s fashion show. That's probably good. We'll turn NSFW and nude into the negative so we don't get any boobies on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to switch over to Deforum. Hey, Arturo, how you going? How's it going, buddy? So this is our mask here, and we're going to try a 1970s fashion show and see what we get. I was getting some really cool stuff last night with this prompt. It was like weaving the clothing into the, yeah, like you see like her knee socks or whatever on here. They're like part of the mask background and stuff. It's so cool. And these ones always make really cursed generations. I think this one will be perfect to animate. All right. Let's go over to Pika. Animate. Where's my fashion show? Here we go. And then create let's try 1970s fashion show. Camera, zoom out. Hopefully they'll be wiggling around weird. Misspelled camera. That would do it. Oh, that's cool. Someone else is trying it out. You're right. Kimura. That's not going to work. Who's Cimera? How do you rerun it with the prompt? Is it this one? No. I just got to do it manually, I think. Create camera, pan right up. There, spelled right this time. And the clouds. There we go. And I'll try that prompt. Storm clouds, lighting, camera, zoom out. All right. Create loop. There we go. And where's my other ones? Here we go. Hey! How trippy is that? Animate just keeps them all in place, walking in place. That face is something else. There we go. That looks sick. There's a Hugging Face space. I saw the link on Twitter earlier today. I was going to write it down for this stream, but I lost it in the sea of updates. But there is a Hugging Face space where you can go and use the ControlNet system, like literally just drop a mask in and prompt stuff right on the Hugging Face space without having to run any of this stuff locally. So that'd be a good pairing with Pika if you want to keep this stuff all on the cloud. It'll take longer to do your generations probably a little bit, but you also don't have to run the whole thing on your GPUs. So if you don't have a local GPU and you want to play with this stuff, I wonder if I can just find the Hugging Face space. Hugging Face, ControlNet, QR code. I saw it on Twitter. QR code, Hugging Face. I think this is the link here. That should come through. There we go. So yeah, that I think you can use that particular Hugging Face space to do the image generation yourself if you don't want to set up automatic 1111. But you know, if you don't mind setting up automatic 1111, it's a lot more powerful to do at home. But if you don't have the GPU, you know, it is what it is. No worries. There's other stuff. There's Dream Studio. There's Midjourney. Any image you make. Actually, I don't know if Midjourney has the QR code stuff yet. I know they got a bunch of cool stuff with like blend modes and in painting and out painting. So there might be some. Hey, Pika's here. I feel like everybody from Pika's here. This is crazy. Hello, everybody. All right, let's get back over to Deforum and make some more weird stuff. Deforum, regular old automatic 1111. Here's another mask. Let's try this one. Right now, I'm only using the one ControlNet, but we can mess with that later. Let's try Northern Ontario, Rocky Shores. Lone Pine trees, windy, Georgian Bay. Let's see what it makes with these two little weird hex masks. Yeah, I have a feeling Midjourney is probably working on this right now. Look at those crazy trees. Yeah, this is great if you're already nerdy with Photoshop or Blender or something, and you can make your own masks. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's really fun. If you're not and you don't know what to do, if you just Google black and white silhouette images, you can use any of them as a mask. If it's got a white background and a black foreground, you need to make sure you're inverting it. Although this one has a black background and white, and I inverted it, and it looks fine. So just try both ways, I guess. If it doesn't look right, invert it. If it does look right, forget it. In fact, let's find out what happens when we invert this. I'm curious, or when we uninvert this. I'm curious. Yeah, because you see it gave us white background with black text, but this time we're going to do a black text with a white background. Yeah, see, like it cut it out of the image, whereas the other one, it drew the image into the space. So I think it's safe to say where it's white, it's cutting out, and where it's black, it's drawing. Oh, this looks really cool. So the problem with depth maps is what you actually want is black and white, 0 and 1. When you have depth, it actually breaks it. But one cool thing about ControlNet is ControlNet has built-in depth. So if I want to use depth maps to further control the edges of things, I just switch it to depth map mode. And then when I put the mask in, where did I put that mask? Too many windows. Mask, where are you? There we go. So in depth mode, if we bang it, you'll see it's actually going to generate a depth map for us, and then we can use that depth map in ControlNet. So I'm going to keep the weight relatively low, but this should probably pad out the edges a little bit, but we'll see. Might just break everything because it's too much information. That's not bad. God, that's trippy. Must be what taking mushrooms in the forest is like. Let's try this one with the same concept. This one? Sure. Slide over to Pika. Animate. Hello. There we go. And then create camera. Zoom out. Go back over here, see what we're making. Oh, that's cool. That'd be a great place to put a TV. Screw all this natural beauty. We'll just put a television right there. I'll grab that one to animate as well. Whoops. Run that one again. That's cool. Yeah, these are so cool. It's a really cool way to define the composition of your image. What are you saying over here, Pika? Hey, look at that outpainting. What's Animate do? Animate keeps it pretty still. But that's cool. Wonder what it looks like zooming in. Actually, let's camera rotate clockwise. Because I want to see what that looks like as it pulls across that thing. There it is. Boop. And then let's try create camera zoom in on this one. So yeah, it's just endless fun with this stuff. Being able to bring your pictures to life is super cool. Super cool. This works with your own photography too. If you got just pictures of yourself and pictures of friends, it's really creepy. I made one. Actually, maybe I should do a showcase of all my generations because I've made some crazy stuff with Pika. Yeah, screw it. Give me a second. I'll load up a folder of insanity. Yeah, it's really fun. OBS. We want a VLC source. Add files. Okay, here's a bunch of stuff I made last night. These are probably going to be out of order, but I was making you are what you eat. You what are eat are what you. And I was doing some Pers loves you stuff. If you can't read the words, just back off of your screen a little bit. You'll probably be able to see it a little better. Or make the window really small. They really show up on a phone, like if you're looking at a phone from, a distance. That says Pers. It's hard to tell up close, but... Let me see. I know I got some crazy stuff from before, too. Let's see. Here's a bunch of stuff from pulling... Okay, this stuff's going to be a little messed up and disturbing because I'm pulling it from movies and stuff, so, Oh, wait, no, this is not Pika. Hold on. Just trying to remember. That's not Pika. That's a local thing. It's different. I can't remember where they are. I'll look for them after. Oh, I know why. I know why they're not showing up. Downloads. That's why. I must have put them in a folder somewhere. Ah, here's a good bunch. Okay. This is a hillbilly dance-off at the local gas station. So now these ones are all text to video. So this is all from a prompt, hillbilly dance-off at a local gas station. They're amazing. So yeah, definitely spend some time doing the text to video because it's a blast. Look at these guys go. It's better with music. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff, just check my Twitter. I post this stuff all the time. You'll see it. Links in the description below. Hide that. Go back to Pika and have a look at our generations here. Inbox. Here we go. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Oh, that's trippy. You can see the parallax of the trees. Look at them moving behind them, each other and stuff. So cool. Awesome. I should have probably picked a less busy generation channel, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's super fun. And shapes are great, too. Doesn't necessarily need to be just text. All right. Let's try a different prompt. Go back over to Deforum, and I keep saying Deforum because that's what it's called in my thing, but we're in automatic 1111. I am answering questions. You got questions? Hit me. What's going on? Welcome. Try a liminal space abandoned mall. Ooh. Oh, cool. Yeah, no problem. If you just, I don't know if it's the link will still be there, but I can repaste it. I think. Oh, that's not it. Yep. I believe you can use this Hugging Face space to do the QR monster stuff. So you can drag your own mask in and diffuse images right there in Hugging Face. There probably there is a collab as well. The Real Ben, he does the Real Ben, the Real Ben stable diffusion. Yeah, this one here. This one will that one loads up an automatic 1111 environment on Google Colabs, and then you can just install the ControlNet extension and then drop the QR Code Monster model into the right folder on your Colabs, like your Google Drive, and you're good to go. It'll work the same as it does locally. You might need Colabs Pro for that one. I can't remember if there's enough VRAM to run ControlNet on a free account. Can't remember. Okay, generative art, spray paint on concrete, graffiti, spray paint on concrete. It's cool you get all these textures for free with Stable Diffusion. Doing stuff like this in Blender would take forever to get the textures right. Oh, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. What do you guys want to see? Feel free to drop prompts in the chat, and I'll run them. We'll see what we get. Flowing underwater life. Sea creatures. Like shelves of coral. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, let's try that. Kind of want to animate this one. Slide over to, whoa. Where'd you go, Pika? There you are. All right. Create, camera, zoom. Should do rotate. Counterclockwise. You, render. Once you get into the flow, it's really fast to make stuff with Pika. You just type the prompt and drop the file in. Just if you didn't see what I was doing there, so you type /create and you make this little prompt thing come up. You type your camera controls in here, and then you click this little one more button, and then you hit image, and that's going to bring up your image prompt, and that's where you drop the image. And then once this is good to go and the image is in there, you just hit enter. Fix an unstable connection. Do you know how to fix an unstable connection in GC? Most the connection thing might be because Google Colabs expects you to be there all the time. So if you miss a CAPTCHA or they think that you're running it, if they think that you're running it like to do offline stuff or stuff you're not paying attention to, they'll boot you. So it might be a combination of that. One good thing to do is to always copy the Google Notebook to your own Google Drive before you run it. that can solve some problems. Sometimes they check to see if you're running the like the public one. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to do support for Google Colabs because their system is so weirdly wonky. I think I uploaded that image. Oh, look at the fish. That is so cool. That little guy disappeared. Whoa. Look at the bubbles. Magical. I mean, as you can tell, making a music video with this stuff would just be a matter of making all the clips and then cutting them to the beat, having some fun with it. As always, if you make stuff, tag me on Twitter. I want to see it. I want to see what you make. I want to see what you do. I'll repost it. I'll do all that stuff. I love it. It's super fun. All right, let's go back over to... Oh, that's crazy. It wasn't exactly bird's eye view, more of a drone shot. Drone footage. Bird's eye view. Looking down at New York Central Park. I believe in the vision. I want to see it. I want to see the top down. It's so cool how it draws the buildings in that shape. Let's try a batch size of 4. See if we can get one. All right, that's been an hour. Stand up and stretch your legs. You don't have to. I'm not your mom, but I'm saying I'm going to take 5 minutes and stand up and stretch my legs, and I suggest you do the same because sitting at a computer all day is hard on your body. I'll be right back. All right, stretch those legs. Hey, TT, what's up, buddy? We're making weird stuff today. Well, aerial view is different than drone footage. How is different? I couldn't exactly say, but it is definitely different. Okay, let me try that with that prompt. So we'll go over to thing, slide over to Pika, and then okay, so it's create this prompt, and the image is over here. Images. All right. I'll grab one of these. That's probably the coolest one. All right. I think someone asked if they could DM me an image to use. Absolutely. Go for it. Let's just keep it classy, San Diego. Don't send me nudes. That finish? I missed it. Yep. Whoa. Yeah, all right. Keeps jumping back. Pika is an online AI video generator that does text to video and image to video and image to video with prompts and image to video with camera controls. And I think the text to video has also got camera controls. So if you look in the, you know, that thing, the description of the video, there it is, words. In the description of the video, there's a link to the Pika Discord that you can join. They're in beta, so it's all free to play with. Yeah, enjoy. You can upload your own stuff and animate it. Or just do text to prompts, which is really fun too. Okay. Maybe I'll slide over to Blender and make a new mask. You guys can see how I make the masks. So, yeah, of course. No spamming! Yeah, of course. Go for it. YouTube might not let you, but I might be able to drop it. I don't know how that works exactly. I want to copy the link. Duplicate. Yeah, and then Blender. Where are you, Blender? There we go. So these are some of the I have no idea how to do that. I'll mod you so hard. I have no idea how, but once I figure that out, just consider yourself modded. These are the animated textures that I'm using to do Deforum animations with. But you can use the same, like the same process, just to make static images to do masks from. So, why don't I just build it up from the beginning so that you can see what I'm talking about? So plane, add a plane. I'm gonna speed run this because there's a bunch of tutorials on this, and in fact, in my last video, I went over all this too. But what we're essentially doing is we're making a shader, and then we're gonna point a camera at it, and then we're gonna render the mask that we make. So we grab our camera, we're gonna position that at 0, at rotation 0. We're gonna move it up above the image, like maybe 2. We're going to go to the camera settings. We're going to change it to orthographic. We're going to set the scale to 2. And now the camera is going to be the exact same size as the canvas. Oh, look at that. Magic. And then we're going to change it to 1024 by 1024. Actually, no. For this mask, I want 1920 by 1080. All right. So I got my cool thing here, and it's making a 1920 by 1080 image, the 16 by 9. Of this plane, and because we have the camera, we don't need to see what the rest of the stuff is doing, so we can go into viewport display and increase the passepartout up above 1, and then go to rendered view, remove all the extra guides and stuff. Make sure you go up here, change in color management. You want to change it to standard instead of filmic, and that will make your whites white. Covered all this in the last video. Okay. Let's add a shader to this material, and instead of a principled, we're going to add an emission shader. It's going to give us no like glare and stuff like that. We're just going to have black and white, which is what we want, 0 and 1, black and white. So let me drag this over here and add a shader editor. All right, here's our shader. Here's our image. Actually, for this one, because it's 16 by 9, I'm going to put the shader nodes below it so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. There we go. All right. So an emission shader just literally spits out whatever you give it. So we'll go color ramp. This is how we control the clamping of the colors. We're going to change it from linear mode to constant, and we're going to set it to 0.5. Nope, not that one. We're going to click on the white one and change that to 0.5. So now we have 0 to 1 at halfway point. This is going to make sense once I pop a texture in here. Let's go with a wave texture. Hey, look at that. We got a wave texture. Wave texture is black and white because of the color ramp. Color ramp lets us determine how big this stuff is. La-di-di-da-di-di-da. Cool thing about textures is if you add some mapping, so you add a mapping node and a texture coordinate node, plug the object into the vector. I know this is a lot and it's not necessary for what we're doing here exactly, but it is super cool. So all you have to do now is just grab a math node, drop that here, and you can plug any other texture into this wave texture. Let's do a Voronoi texture. Connect the mapping to both nodes. Plug this in here. Let's change this to divide. Why not? And have a look and see what it does. So this is kind of cool. So we go ring Z. So we're going to get a circular type situation, a spiral sort of situation. What is this dot? Crazy. Okay. And then just change sliders until you got something cool. In which case, I think this might be pretty cool. And what did ControlNet say? Let's go back and see. It said it works best when invert from white background and black line. So it wants black background and white line. Black background, white line. I think we got that going on now. If you want to reverse that, you just literally just swap the places of these on the color ramp. Easy peasy. But for this one, I think I'm going to go with that. I don't know why there's a dot here. I think it's just... There we go. Cool. Let's use this mask because it's wobbly. F12 to render. Alt-S to save, and I'll save it into my downloads folder, and I'll call it Scribblewave. Now we just load Scribblewave into Stable Diffusion. Oh, sorry, I wasn't showing Blender. Back to Stable Diffusion. Let me drop the downloads. There it is, Scribblewave. And yeah. And let's try waterfall. I tried some stuff with like gradients and it just doesn't respect the gray. I think it really has to, it's just looking for the black and white for the ControlNet QR code model. Other models respect gray in the sense that like depth and stuff like that. But ControlNet makes its own, how did I describe this? You don't actually need to generate the depth map. Like ControlNet handles that for you. You just need to provide an image. But for these, I'm making black and white images because I want this exact composition with the QR code. Well, that's just cool. It's cool because these little jagged, wiggly lines around here add a lot of organic stuff to the image, as opposed to just being, you know, hard lines. Let's try medieval village. I don't think that's how you spell that. How do you spell that? Medieval. I feel so dumb. Medieval village. Storm. Brewing. Busy marketplace. Let's see if it does something cool here. Settings, community moderators. Settings. What is happening? I think I broke it. Oh, that's cool. I like what it did with the towers. Oh, creepy, the way that tower extends around the edges. That's really cool. Wonder what that one looks like animated. Let's try this one. All right, Pika. Slide over there. No, that's Blender. Oh, I think they're all Blender. Someday I will learn how to use OBS, I promise. Create camera pan right. There's also a motion command. So I think it's pinned at 4 to begin with. It goes from like 0 to 4 or 1 to 4. if you want less motion, you go like motion, like instead you just add like motion 2 or something like that. You get a little less motion than you know what you normally would. Okay, I'm on my channel dashboard. I go to settings, community, managing moderators, the channel URL. Okay. I'm gonna add Artur. I think that's you. I think you're a mod now, Arturo. Oh, motion's default 2, so if you go up to 4, it'll be more. That's cool. Like, I need more stuff on my desk. But yeah, Stream Deck would probably be pretty handy. Yeah, I think I got you. Yeah, there you go. You got a little wrench beside your name now. Wrenchman. Whoa. That's cool. Yeah. That's great. I love this parallax stuff that's going on here. You can definitely see this building is in front of this building. I don't know why it keeps jumping back like that. But like, oh. I guess it just happens whenever there's action in this channel. All right, create. Let's try another one of those results. That one's cool. I want that little storm in the middle. Pika. There you are. Oops. Prompt camera. Zoom out. Let's try motion 4. More bats. Cave full of bats and emissive relics. Ooh. Do you have a tutorial you can point for? I always point people to Olivio Circus, I believe his last name is. I probably just mangled that. I really like his Sarikas, Olivio Sarikas. Basically everything, all of his videos, his speed, his cadence, his pace, everything. Highly recommend Olivio if you want to learn stable diffusion stuff. Yeah, I can't recommend his channel enough. He's super chill. He's super nice. And he's got videos on how to set up everything. Look at the shadow. God, that's cool. I don't know what kind of magical voodoo is going on with this ControlNet stuff, but it is so cool. You could always generate multiple clips and then cut them together in a video editor as well. There's a really great example. I forget his name, but he just did a really awesome video of the camera controls for Pika yesterday on Twitter, and yeah, basically just generate a bunch of bats flying in circles. Camera zoom out. We didn't get a lot of bats. Let's just do straight up swarm of bats. Let's get a whole bunch of them. Zoom out literally outpaints from the image. So if I zoom, like I think I zoomed out of this last one I made. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is a zoom out motion. See how it's in painting or out painting the... It does a really good job too. Like that's the original image there. Let me just go up to the video up here. Oh, just jump. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's see if we got some bats. Kind of. They look more like blobs than bats. Scary bat cave. You can actually do that with automatic 1111, Arturo. There's an SD depth map plugin, like an extension for depth maps, and it'll actually generate a mesh version of the depth map. You can pull that into Blender and do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. It's not fast. It takes a long time, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's called Stable Diffusion Depth. Is it this one? Yeah. Yes, AI boosted you can. I have a video I have a video of my last video shows how you do this stuff with Deforum. So like if you make animated masks, you can do this exact same thing with Deforum. I can actually run one of those if you guys want to see what that looks like. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm not getting a lot of bats here. I just want a lot of bats. Please give me a lot of bats. Spiral image should use rotate. Yeah. Let me change this to a spiral. Slide on over to Blender. Maybe not double, yeah. Yeah, it should be fine. Spiral. Oh, I see them, TT. Sorry, my Discord is in like streamer mode, so I didn't get any pings. One sec. Let's try the really wiggly one. Although that's got It's got some chromatic chromatic abrasion on it, so it may not work. I'll try the one without chromatic aberration. Chromatic abrasion. Where were we? I know how to do this. I know how to computer. I'm good at computering. Did we get any bats yet? Not really. We got a giant... Ugh. It's like made of bats. All right, I hate this. All right, let's try this crazy-ass thing. All right. Psychedelic sunset. Let's go. Miami Beach. Palm trees. That kind of stuff. Let me try something a little more simplistic or abstract. Just graffiti, spray paint. It's a really cool way to like determine the composition of your image before you ever like oh, that's cool. That looks like it's filmic. I wonder if that's why the edges are a little weak. It's interesting. That one's friggin' awesome. AI is so cool. All right, let's try your prompt here. Start to get the definition there, especially top left. Yeah, I really do think there's something to standard, like the pure white, like 0 and 1. Yeah, I'm not sure why. But it says right in the ControlNet model README that they take up to like 080808. So I don't know. Like the hex code 08, like they like it understands gray as white as well. So I think, or maybe it sees it as black and black. Maybe it has to be like 00 or FFFFFF to activate properly. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, I wanted to run one of those palm trees ones with the Cyber's prompt there. Yeah, Cyber, but it says right in their README that there's a whole thing for grays, so I just want to see what... I'm curious where that threshold lives and what it does. Because it's clearly working, but it's not as defined as it is when I use standard versus filmic. It's funny, I've gotten so used to it, I can just tell what's filmic now. Yeah, filmic brings that white down to make it more realistic in the real world. Filmic is great for cycles, but when you use it with like Eevee and you're doing pure color, it like desaturates everything. Reds aren't red. They're like, dark gray, maroon red, things like that. Looks fantastic with a path tracing engine, but less fantastic with a like more rastery engine. These are cool, but I'm pretty sure that the jiggliness is caused by the gray, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because they've got a cool sort of flow to them. It's interesting. Your other one though has white, so let me see. Let me try that other one you sent me. Oh no, it's Filmic too. Filmic. Let me try that same prompt with a non-filmic image. Where's my masks at? Where's my masks at? I'm gonna get copy struck now. I'm gonna have to pay Basement Jacks a bunch of money. No. There we go. So that's Filmic. You can see it's blindingly white. Oh, did you resend it? Okay, let's try that. Yeah, you can really see the lines in this. All right, let's try yours. These are cool, actually. Oh, thanks for coming by, bud. These would make cool stickers, especially that one. All right. Huge difference. Huge difference. So that white value is like super, super important. That looks like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's good to know. This one especially. All right. Where were we? Pika. And then slide over here. Pika. All right. And then we want the text to image today. I want to try that palm trees one with your prompt there. Create. What was it? Trees moving in the wind, sunstreaks. All right. And I want to also see what this spray paint looks like animated. Just literally animate it and see what it does. Animate. Try these starfish out. And this one. Oh. Camera was off. Whoops. Oh, you guys, I just realized you guys can't see the Deforum window. Derp. These ones look cool. I think these will animate really well. That reminds me, I should try different sampler. I actually like how subtle it is. It's like a cinematograph. That's really cool. Oh, I like how I kind of changed it into like a cell phone handycam footage. Maybe unintentional, but it came out cool. That one's pretty chill. Skewing a little bit. Ooh, that's good. I like that one. You should check out Meshly. Meshly? Yeah, I think it's called MESHLY, Meshly. They do text to 3D, like text to 3D model, and you can also just import one of your models and then texture it with AI. It's really cool. Oh yeah, look at them go. That's what I was hoping would happen. That would be cool to just keep extending this one and see how crazy it gets. You could use Final Frame for that. Okay. Was I showing Deforum this whole time? I am so bad at this. Let me show you guys the videos I was just awing at by myself. All right. There's our jellyfish. Oops. So cool. And then where else? Jump up here. This one's just kind of chilling. It skews a little bit in the center. This one, same deal. Doesn't move much. If I prompt them, they would. I put /animate, so that's on me. This one did like some cool like handy cam steady footage stuff. Looks cool. Like you're holding your camera up. But this is the one I was saying was really dope because it's like super chill. And then Flynn did one shortly thereafter. Yeah, look at this one. The camera movements, way more cinematic. I really like this jellyfish one, though. It's so cool. I'd like to extend this one. Bats flying in a swarm of bats with bats slapping their bat wings. Have you tried that just as an image prompt? Well, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, for real. A landscape of bats made of bats at night. Sweet. Pardon me. Sweet. Boop, doo, 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 doo. All right, let's try. Maniacally happy smiling face. That just means that means your resolution is probably wrong. The what width and height are you generating at on this? Oh, sorry, back into Deforum. On this screen here, what width and height are you generating at CMO 333? For some reason, it only works at these exact, like when you hit up and down, it only works at these particular resolutions that it settles on. If you have it set to the wrong resolution, it'll wig out. These are cool. Couple extra teeth on this one, couple extra eyes, no big deal. This one's awesome. Oh yeah, what did that generate? Oh, the bat one came out awesome. Yeah. So many bats. That's what I mean about the text to video. It's already amazing. The fact that you can put your own stuff in is cool, but like, I mean, this stuff's already just crazy. That's awesome. That one's really cool too, actually. Let's try that on this prompt. Which one? This one? Let's do both these guys. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, nice. A little wiggly displacement to move the shader around. I like it. Create happy face. You want more bats. You definitely need more bats. Happy face, smiling. Try the other one. Skadoosh. Alright, let's go back over to a thingy and see what we got. Just rows of bat. Connected bat. Excuse me. I believe I asked for bats. I'd like more bats. Please. Give me more bats. I'd like a lot of bats. Please. These bats are all connected. Just got a big giant bat. Connected bat. Yeah, CMO, it's probably your resolution. What resolution are you generating at? Like if I go 1281 by 720, I'll get that error. See, now 1024 by 1024 should work, so that leads me to believe it's probably something else. Let me think. You're doing just like regular text to image, right? On ControlNet, you have enable and pixel perfect mode probably. I've got that error before, and I can't remember what caused it. Super frustrating. Is it possible the image that you're using for your ControlNet is too big? If it's like a 4K or 8K image, it might break the interpreter, the thing that pulls in the image in. You might have to resize it down similar to the size of the image you're trying to generate. How much VRAM do you have? There's so many questions. Yeah, if you have 8 gigs of VRAM at least, it should be fine. But I've got that error before. I'm blanking on why. Everything has these ridiculous anime checkpoint thumbnails. It's ridiculous. Ooh, that's a lot of bats on the ground. All right, let's animate this one. This one looks insane. Back over here. Create. Oh yeah, we didn't see our other ones. Bats on bats on bats. Camera. Pan right. Motion 3. Where's my bats? Where's my bats at? I think it was this one. No, it was one with all the bats. That one. Yeah, 1024 by 1024 should just work. Get something else. That's great. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh, God. Extra mouth. So good. The bat just keeps going. More and more bat. Just keep doing this for like an hour, like the beginning of Alien, where the Nostromo's flying by for like 25 minutes. All right. It's a lot of bats. Seeing muted pastel. Yeah, long bat. I think this diffusion method is harder on the GPU. That would make sense. Like, why are these ones taking twice as long? They do look better, though. I don't think we ended up using the spiral yet. I gotta use that spiral. AISD, where to put that? Downloads. There it is. Nice. These are cool, though. Really cool. Oh, sure, yeah. So enable pixel perfect. You can either use no preprocessor or invert preprocessor if you want to flip the black and white of your image. The QR code monster model, I usually use it at 0.8%, like 80%, and everything else is just default settings. Yeah, and you can use like the other control nets on top if you want to like get the outlines and stuff a little cleaner, but these settings seem to be the way to go for the most part. Oh, I just realized I wasn't streaming the actual settings. Here you go. So yeah, enable pixel perfect. Drop your image in there. No preprocessor unless you want to invert the colors on your image, and then QR code monster model 0.8%, and everything else is default settings. Invert the colors. Weight 0.8. All right, let's try golden ratio, beautiful rolling landscape, rolling hills, dewy grass, lush forests, mountain range, and sunset, cloudy sky. Oh yeah, and the model I forgot to type. Oh yeah, I meant to switch it back to a thing. These are looking really nice. Especially this one. There is something about that spiral. That is awesome. Let's try rendering some of these in Pika. Blender, Pika, create, camera, zoom in. Actually, let's try out. And create. Ooh. Front camera. Camera. Rotate. Counterclockwise. Let's try this one. Hey. I just want to try animating one. Where's that folder? Here it is. This one. Oh, it's cool how it breaks off. Oops. Let me jump. Jump. That's cool. That's trippy. Oh, that's cool. I actually like the... I think the clouds are moving just a little bit. That's just Animate, though. I didn't add any camera controls or anything. Whoa. Nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. It goes behind the mountains. Good eye. I didn't even notice that. And it's like getting darker along the, the line of where it would be getting darker. This is crazy. All right, that's hour 2. Stand up, stretch your legs, or don't, but I'm going to. I'll be back. Stretch your legs. Move around a bit. All right. And we're back. Here we go. And yeah, ocean scene without spiral. That's a good idea. Let's try that. Underwater ocean. Tropical fish, coral, beautiful undersea life, sunny. Got to remember to change my sampling method back over to the fast one for now. These look great. It might be worth the wait. The spiral is very spirally. If I wanted a little less spiral, I could just dial the weight back a bit, but they usually look like this for the first half of the generation. Then once they kick in, the detail starts to show up and you really get some cool stuff going on. And this is still 1.5. I can't wait to see what this looks like on SDXL when we get an SDXL QR code model. Really looking forward to that. No problem. Yeah, this stuff's kind of obtuse. These are so sick. This makes me want to try. What happens with grays? Grays, they blur the edges. So I think you could use mild gray gradients if you really wanted to blur the edges of what's happening. But for the most part, I think just literally black and white is the way to go. Like we tried, even with Blender Filmic stuff, it's not white enough. The white has to be like FFFFF. FFFFFF. 6 Fs. Yeah, literally, you know. Yeah, we do it with Deforum. Yeah, I've done a bunch of those with animated textures. So you just install the Deforum extension and then use ControlNet in Deforum. I think... Is it this one? I don't know why these aren't working. Let's delete them. Go away. VLC. Add a new one. SD. There it is. Outputs. Really? Ah, yeah. View, extra large. Sort by date. Yeah, here we go. This might be loud. I apologize. I will kill it as soon as I can. There we go. So yeah, this is using the textures to drive the animation of the Deforum stuff, which is really cool. So like as you can see, you can drive where the diffusion is happening. So these are just like animation, like masks. Like da, 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 da. They look like stuff like that. And so that's like kind of driving the, what pixels change and stuff. Yeah, these are trippy as hell. I really like these. Sushi blossoms. Yeah, well, that's why I made them, actually. Yeah, all this stuff's for my live shows, but yeah, haven't been doing much gigging. Pandemic kind of killed all my bands, so I'm just trying to rebuild all my stuff and build out some cool visuals. But yeah, so sky's the limit with this ControlNet stuff. It's just cool how it like does the diffusion instead of like the other stuff. It's crazy. These are cool. Let's animate these on Pika. Sorry, I just have to send a quick email. That was fun. You can watch me send an email live on YouTube. All right. I know I should get the AI to write emails. That'd be awesome. All right. Where were we? No, it's too impersonal. All right. What am I looking for here? Come on, brain. We were just doing stuff. Ah, yes. I remember. We were going to animate some of these coral reefs. Create living coral reef ocean waves. And then here, create cute undersea creatures. Beautiful lighting. Yeah, Parsec is actually a little too advanced for me right now. I haven't got super deep into Parsec, to be honest, because like for audio reactive stuff, I find like FrameSync is enough. Framesync.xyz. You can upload a WAV file and then like, you know, make your stuff, or you can just do like BPM stuff or write your tracks to a certain BPM. For me, it makes more sense for me to make a bunch of content at a certain BPM, like that's pulsing to a certain beat, and then just make a bunch of music at that tempo. Yeah, but if you want to go fully audio reactive, Parsec is great. It's just a lot. There's also one called Neural Frames. I haven't played with it yet, but I know some friends that use it and they swear by it. I think it helps like make that whole process a lot easier, like tying sounds to stuff. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, these came out amazing. Let's try the other ones. Underwater coral reef. Image is this one. Create undersea coral reef bubbles. Yeah, prompting stable audio is a process. There's a guide to it on the website. Help you save some credits by just like getting the the right stuff set up the right way, basically. Because like it's by nature it's kind of like I don't know. It makes certain sounds certain ways, so you gotta prompt it very specifically. Mentions jump. Yeah, hopefully down the road we'll get tools that help us make like samples and loops, and then we can assemble those loops into songs. A little more control. You can create really short stuff with Stable, like making like samples and stuff. So, that's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can do that in Automatic 1111, actually, CMO. It's called Steps Animation. Yeah, that thing's cool. It adds this little thingy in your thing, and you can say how long you want it to be and what it does, and then it makes a little like GIF and MP4 of the image generation. It's really trippy. It actually might be cool for these ControlNet ones. I don't know if it works with ControlNet. Let's try it. Suno chirp? Yeah. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. It should be generating a whole thing. Yeah, ChatGPT is fun too. It's like another image generation site, right? Or video generation site. Let's see what the video looked like. Did it make it? Hey, it did. All right. VLC. Add files. AISD. Outputs. Text image, images, animation. It's so cool to watch it actually diffuse. Yeah, I like that. Let's try. I'm gonna go back to Euler A to save some time for the generations. Let's try yeah, I have a video from a few days ago where I go through the Deforum settings. If you want to watch that, it just takes a while to do the animations, but yeah, I mean it's super fun. I think I left the steps on. Write your movements. Oh, frame sync. Use that to build the keyframe stuff for Deforum. You can like upload wave files and stuff. It'll make like strength patterns based on thresholds and stuff. Sick. You could like just do like BPM synced formulas and then just generate with those. And you just always know you're making like 140 BPM loops. You just put them in a 140 folder, and you can always line them up with music that's 140 BPM. This is kind of what I wanted, but it's a little too sterile. Actually, this one might be a good candidate for animation. Maybe I'll switch over to doing animation. Let's try... I really like the idea of cotton candy. It's a sickening amount of candy. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. Let's bring that batch size back up. Man, if you have a really iconic logo, this is just easy mode. Like the Nike swoosh or, you know, anything like that. That's really satisfying. Yeah, the cotton candy clouds, entropy, fractal. Yes, that's the folder right there. SD Web UI extensions, SD Web UI ControlNet models. Whoa, that was trippy. I guess it's decided that the universe is made out of fabric, which is interesting. Whoops. Oh, my bad. There we go. You guys couldn't even see those awesome cotton candies either. All right, hang on. Let me switch this to just a desktop. Actually, that's probably the way to go anyway. Display capture. Yeah. And we'll just do this. And lop the top off. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now we can see everything. All right. Here's the cotton candy ones we made. Come on over. I really like these ones. They're cool. And then this was the prompt you'd put in cotton candy clouds and entropy. Let's add some stuff that shouldn't be in there. Ground beef, fried chicken, coleslaw. Candy and salty sugar, salty treats. Oh, gross. Oh, they're all just mixed in. Oh, come on. This is something you get at the fair. Oh, that's just terrible. Is that raw ground beef in there? Oh my god. These are vile. What's wrong with me? The ones with the fried stuff's fine. The ground beef, that's not working. That is not working. Fried chicken, French fries, hot dogs. I don't know if that'll work. I'm gonna try it. You like my desktop? What a mess that is. I have to clean it up. I'm so ashamed. Alright, let's try the teeth here. Oh, this is gross. You know, there's part of me that would still eat it though. Oh, yeah. Why doesn't this exist? I guess it's kind of like funnel cake. With the bits of fried chicken nugget in it. Oh my god. Just this with spaghetti and meatballs? Alright, let me pull up that mouth. Where's that mouth? There it is. Yeah, I don't know what this is gonna do, honestly. This is gross. I do want to try this one though. Oh yeah. Ah, crap. I did the wrong one with the right. The prompt's wrong. Yeah, the mouth doesn't work because there's no white. You gave me black on transparent. I can try it with the invert, but I think it still won't work. Invert. Yeah, see? I'll try it. Her arm must be so sore. The faces came out really good, though. That's surprising. The hands, not so much. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Ah, there it is. I didn't see that. Shameful desktop. Where are you? White background. Where are you? There you are. And from white background to black line, yeah. Well, that's trippy. What if we invert the invert? That's cool. It made it like the bowl. Spiders and bugs. All right. Let's go back to the other one. Skadoosh. And I like how I turned it into a leaf. So the propellers in the middle is just this huge, like, hexagonal plane. That's super trippy. Imagine that thing. Some sort of impossible geometry machine. I like when it messes with the perspective and skews the eye. That's really trippy. Oh, I see what happened. Desktop. Circle mask blend. There we go. Getting some depth warping. It's cool. Just keeping it pretty legit. I think it's breathing a little bit. Rotating. Does a really good job of like keeping the depth and keeping it convincing. That's trippy. Trippy. Super cool. It'd be cool if it saved the animation motion so that you could get a superimpose a character in there and have it the camera move around the character the same way it moved in the motion. Although I wonder how much of that is actually deterministic and how much is just the nature of the way it solves. So many questions. Hmm. Really cool. Oh, cool. Be really cool to like combine this with image to image or something to like do this to somebody's family photos or something. I gotta quit giving away these ideas on stream. There'll be a startup that does that tomorrow. And I won't be involved. Those are cool. I really like this one. This blob of people. I don't have the bandwidth, buddy. You should do it. I'll be a silent partner. Extremely silent partner. I've already forgotten what the idea was. Oh, yeah. Control netting people's photos. We're getting a bit of the textures in the corner. That's cool. It felt like it wanted to go into more detail, but it got confused. Like if I gave it like 100 steps and lots of resolution and lots of time. I'm just curious what that does. I really took it into a very weird color space. Huh. I wonder if that's a blind spot in this checkpoint, maybe. What's that place called with all the beautifully colored flowers and all the segmented areas? I thought there was a... Yeah, that's cool. It's like a giant Stardew Valley farm. Yeah. Do you know what the name of that place is, though? Or is it just Amsterdam in general? People just do that everywhere. It's just, yeah. To the fields. Let's try that. So I love the internet. What's that place, you know? With all the flowers and shit? I love how fucked up the scale is. Like these giant tulips. Or maybe we're just on a cliff with the tulips and then we're taking a picture of like way down. It looks like a baseball field. That's super cool. Let's try psychedelic nightmare, astral traveling into hell, illustrated by Carol Thole and Stephen Gamel. Let's go straight to hell real quick. Yeah, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube that bad today. Oh, these are crazy. Those are cool. That's sort of how it already works, though. I honestly haven't tried it with image to image yet. That's crazy. It's like some crazy game that's sort of like baseball, but not really. Like 3 mounds. Strange dirt patterns, mostly dirt, just a little bit of grass. Run one in inverse. Oh yeah, sure. I love the giant bushes. I love how the giant stadium's in the middle, but there's a way larger baseball field outside and then two more stadiums next door. That baseball field is fantastic. Creepy clowns. It is a crazy time. Let's switch back to the regular. Golf stadium. Imagine the lawsuits getting pucked by a golf ball at 200 kilometers an hour. Oh my god, I hate these so much. Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh, God. That's cool. It's got like a cinematograph quality to it. Swirly. That is creepy as hell. Hey Arturo, what's up, buddy? Cool. Zoom out looks great with these. Holy. That one is wild. Hey! Right on. Way to go, man. Jeez. I need to control that. All right, Arturo, if you go to your extensions tab and go to available and type ControlNet into the, or hit load from first, and all this crap will come up, and just search for ControlNet, and it should be like the first one that comes up, and then you install it, and then when it's installed, you just click apply and restart UI in the installed tab, but you got to wait till it's done installing. And then I think the first time you run it, it'll just grab the models it needs. But then for the QR code model, all that stuff's in the description of the video, so you can just grab it from there. You want this file right here. I already had it open, and that goes in SD extensions, SD Web UI, ControlNet models. Yeah, Pika, I mean, just sign up. Go for it. It's fun. Just do it. All right. Oh, I hate that. Well, those are creepy. Yep, SD Web UI ControlNet. You drop it in the models folder. Matisse and Arturo sitting in a tree. Hey Trace, what's up, buddy? Favorite extensions: ControlNet, Deforum. Matisse and Arturo sitting in a tree. It's kind of exactly what I expected. I like how long the arms and legs are there. I bet you this one will look crazy animated. Whoa, whoa. Do you have a source for some of these master shoes? I just been making my masks. But yeah, I can see how that could be annoying. I have a mask pack, like an animated mask pack. You could just grab frames out of. Is it this file? No. That's not it either. I did. Bummer. Oh, it's on Twitter. One sec. I'll get you the link. It's here. There you go. Well, that was a terrible link. Let's try this. Yeah, mask loops. So there's some mask loops you can use. You can either just grab frames out of them or just use them with Deforum as well. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, basically, if you have you ever been to Photopea? I think it's photopea.com. Yeah. That's basically Photoshop in a browser. If you want to just make your own masks in that, you can just scribble or just use the shapes and stuff. Easy peasy. And then you know it's FFF and 000 for sure. Or you can use the threshold thing in there. I think it's called threshold. It's just Photoshop, but it's in a browser. I'm going to try that again, but let's zoom way out on that. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes showering. I feel like I shouldn't just be scrolling the Generation 1 channel just in case somebody does some horrible stuff. Aw, look at that. That's impossibly adorable. All right, let me render that one. That'll be cute. Create adorable lemur waving in the bushes. Image to image. No, text to image. There it is. Whoa. Holy shit. Oh, God. He's not waving. He's saying, kill me. Jesus Christ. A bit of a quantum animal, but that's okay. Crazy. Yeah, they were doing some sort of awful surgery there. Is it going to make the heart pulsating? Yeah, probably. Yeah, Dolly 3 looks wild. I haven't looked at it all the way yet, but it looks really cool. Where do I get drugs that make the waterfalls do this? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, my thing is set to monochrome right now, but yeah. Black and white is like how the ControlNet thing, the QR code one works. I bet these will look good animated, actually. Let's try them out. There it is. All right. Niagara. No. Fractal Niagara Falls. Waterfall. Waterfall fantasy. Caves. Camera rotate. No. Pan left. Motion 1. Create waterfalls in the sky. Create flowing water, flowing. Niagara Falls. Whoa. Ah. That's cool. There we go. Whoa. come on. Yes, you can, but you have to use Deforum. So you have to watch my other video on how to do that. If you've never used Deforum before, it's a little complicated, but if you've used Deforum before, it's pretty easy. That is wild looking. Oh. Yeah, like it's possible. It's just a lot more work. I really like this one too. This is crazy. If you guys jump on the Pika Discord, you can actually just click on any of the generations I'm making right now. You can click this little button on them, and it'll let you run it again and you can just change the prompt, and you can just keep iterating on what I'm doing here. So if you want to play along, hop on the Pika Discord. The link's in the description. And you can start remixing the prompts that I'm throwing in here. And if we come up with some cool stuff, I'll throw it on the stream. These are cool. Crazy. Just say something. Just let me know. Ping me. Slash. Rewind. Whoa. Jeez. Oh, so good. Amazing. I feel like I can smell these videos. Smell-o-vision. Kind of like just mix them together. It'd be cool if you could say where it's black, do this, where it's white, do that. Mask diffusion. Nice. Milky Way's gone crazy. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that'd be a fun experiment. No, but it would. I think it would still look pretty cool. Those would probably be good to animate. Swirly northern lights. Sweet. Making your own. Learn how to use the XY plotter and run several prompts with different samplers at different steps, and you'll get an idea of what they'll do. The Euler A1 can resolve at very low steps, like as low as like 7 or 8 steps. So it's good for iteration and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, you just have to basically try them all out. Some of them are better at lower steps. Some of them are better at higher steps. In fact, I'm teaching a class tomorrow on all this stuff. Intro to Stable Diffusion. I'll drop a link for it. I think there's still time to enroll. But I'll be going over all this stuff. What it does, how it works, all that stuff. Look at that handsome fella. Look at that handsome fella. The course is free. You just need a Ethereum wallet to join. Throughout the course of the course, you'll be minting some pieces if you want, and I'll be picking my favorite 3 pieces, and they'll all get a $200 grant from Palm Academy. So, yeah, it should be fun. Come and hang out. 2 1.5-hour courses, and they will be available after if you can't make the live sessions. Yeah, it's really fun, and basically I'll go over how to install, how to use Stable Diffusion locally, and then in the second course we'll go over extensions and what you can do with Stable Diffusion. So yeah, that's my plug for my free course where you can make money. Yeah, I know. I told them, but they haven't fixed it yet. That's okay. Old Pruz. Stable Confusion. All right, friends. Well, I have been streaming for 3 hours and 45 minutes, so I think I'm going to call it a night because I still have to run out to the stores before they close. But thanks for hanging out, and come by the course tomorrow if you want more. If you, I'll be back on YouTube probably on the weekend. I'll probably do another stream where we'll put all this stuff together, maybe do some Deforum stuff. I'm really enjoying that side of it too. Yeah, Pika's really fun. Just sign up for Pika and have fun. And as always, if you have questions, hit me up on Twitter or join my Discord. The link is on pers.xyz. It's the one that looks like a little game controller. You click that and join my Discord, and we can nerd out, hang out on voice chat there. And yeah. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you soon. And as always, Pers loves you. Okay.